James Thomas, Morning Blend. I'm here today with Dr. Shannon Ferris. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning, James. I'm doing fine. How are you?
I'm doing great. Now, the reason why we have Dr. Ferris with us today is Walgreens is doing the 2022 Expressions Challenge. And we're going to have Dr. Ferris tell us a little bit about it and his involvement with it.
Sure. Walgreens Expressions gives high school students, or actually teens on up, a platform now, doing it each year nationally, that can express themselves in visual art, spoken word, media arts to make powerful statements. I would even add to be seen, to be heard, to tell their story, and a real focus on raising awareness with mental health. So these competitions across our nation are teens expressing their story, focusing in on how they view, witness, experience, hear, feel mental health, all the good parts, all the not so good parts. And Walgreens wants to give them that platform so that they can feel connected to others, that they're not alone. And there's competition, of course. And so then there's monies involved. There's an awesome event involved nationally and those things. But the real recognition is every single participant. That's the recognition. Mm-hmm. And Walgreens Expressions just wants to really raise that awareness, because truthfully, James, and I'm gonna wager, and you tell me if I'm wrong or not, but I'm gonna wager that we both agree that our generations haven't done the best job with explaining mental health. We have tended to stigmatize, label, say you're disordered, or something's wrong with you, or you should have a lot of shame, or we don't talk about that. And this generation, way better job already. And we're really, really depending on them to express mental health in everyday conversation as it should be. And that there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing broken about it. It's neither good nor bad. There are things that can interfere. And so that's where Walgreens Expressions is really enhancing that platform. You could probably see it as a prescription, honestly, that some people call it art therapy. Some people call it, this is the way we connect. It's a great additive to, if you are dealing with mental health challenges, it's a great additive to your healing journey. Did that help?
Yeah, it does. It's interesting when you talk about the different issues that teens have today. If I look at pre-pandemic, the biggest issue was bullying. And now here with the pandemic, it's not only isolation, not seeing your friends, not seeing your teachers, but now they call it cyberbullying. So they've got so many issues that they're being thrown at them. And when I remember myself as a teenager, one of the things I worried about more than anything else was, who am I, and where am I going?
You're absolutely right. The CDC would say, going back 12 years, that these stressors have existed with mental health challenges, bullying, and those types of things. And the pandemic just really highlighted all of these things that have been going on for so long. And then the pandemic added more isolation. And that definitely ramped up what you were talking about, like the cyberbullying and using, like the media platforms, the social media platforms that the youth are on. It's because before, if it was physical bullying or those things, the youth got to leave it at the school and go home and have a reprieve. And when you're on social media, it works 24/7. It can be at school, it can be at home, it can be where you go and play. And so it really intensifies that. On the flip side of this, though, social media can have some really positive effects. I mean, you can feel connected still, you can still see each other, no matter where you're located, even if it's opposite ends of the United States or whatever the case may be. You can see your grandparents, you can still feel connected that way. And where mental health is concerned, I mean, you definitely have to sift through the misinformation, disinformation about mental health. But then there's a lot of great websites that will show you what to do or what to be aware of. And that is also an organization that I work with too. And that's how I got involved with Walgreens Expressions, because at CHAD's Coalition for Mental Health, based in St. Louis, but we're spreading across the state of Missouri, we go into schools primarily, and we train students, faculty and staff, and then the community, parents included, how to recognize signs of anxiety and depression, and how those two things and others could lead to thoughts of suicide. And so that's where CHAD's mission is. We believe in saving lives, and the best way to do that is to train youth where they live, learn, and play. And Walgreens Expressions saw a TV spot and news that I was on about teens in crisis, and they were like, we want to get CHADS involved because we reach so many youth, and like Expressions, they want to elevate the awareness of mental health, of all the awesome things and not so awesome things. And that's what we're already doing. And that's how we blended a really good partnership. Not only do I reach a lot of youth in a year, we have over 180 schools, a ton of organizations, and we're spreading across Missouri there. But our mission is the same: to raise awareness and to save lives.
Sounds good. Dr. Shannon Ferris, thank you so much for joining us on Morning Blend and talking about Walgreens 2022 Expressions Challenge. And again, CHAD. Now, before we leave, one more time, where can our viewers go for CHAD?
Sure, chadscoalition.org, and Expressions, it's expressionschallenge.com. And so please, please, please enter and join the community. And we're here to help save lives.
Thank you again for joining us on Morning Blend, Dr. Ferris.
You too, James. Thank you so much.